Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at White County High School with Bella Ramey, sophomore striker for the Lady Warriors, having an incredible amount of success this season. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Now talk about your quick start to the season. You scored 13 goals in the first 3 games of the year, back-to-back games in which you had 5. Talk about that kind of success. I mean, that's got to be hard to imagine enduring that kind of start.
Yes, I would have never imagined like coming off an ACL injury to have that kind of success, but due to all the great assists from my teammates and the great chemistry we have helped a lot. So that was really good for the team.
Yeah, and talk about, you kind of hit on the ACL injury. What has that been like, the process for you going from last year when you tore it? I can't remember what game that was, but you had a long time to think about it and recover. Talk about that process.
It was during the North Hall game, about 10 minutes through, I just knew I tore it as soon as we left. And then the process was a 9-month recovery, so it was kind of a long and hard process, and it really strengthened my ability mentally and physically on the field this year, as it's kind of shown. So I think it's made me a stronger player.
Absolutely, and like you said, the mental aspect sometimes can be harder than the physical part. So it's one thing to, physically go through that grind to get back, but what for you was the tougher challenge? I would think if it were me, the mental aspect of making that first cut, like the first time you went full blast after that.
I think it was for me maybe the physical, because it was hard because of my knee. I was too kind of scared to the first time I got out there, and making sure that my leg was fully back in shape. But mentally, I think that I got to learn more about the game and more of some of stuff I didn't know before the injury, so it helped a lot.
That's definitely an inspirational story too for others to see that even if you do succumb to one of those kind of injuries, you can always bounce back, and in a way that you've done, which has been phenomenal. I know that this program for the last 5 years has been absolutely incredible, continually making state playoffs, so just a lot of consistency we see in this program. Is that a pressure that exists? Because I know that's a goal for the team to make it to state, but how much pressure is there to keep that streak alive?
Yes, it is a lot of pressure because we do have a tough region with Marist and Blessed Trinity. But I think playing West Hall next week gives us a chance to make it to the state playoffs. If we keep up the way we've been playing against these tough teams, we have a chance to make it to the state.
Yeah, and let's hit on that. This is unfortunately not a good month so far for Lady Warrior soccer, but I know that we're about to turn the page on that. But losing to 4 games in a row, all 4 of those teams, as you said, powerhouse teams. I can't remember their record offhand, but it's something like, I think they have 2 combined losses between all of them, and you guys got outscored 21-1. So the most important thing is, how do you rebound from that? What's the attitude like in the locker room right now?
Yes, we do. Our coach went over about how all these teams were top 10 in the state, and how we did mentally. We stayed strong on the field, especially during the Marist game, when they only scored 3 goals against us. So that was a strong game for us, and I think after this game and the rest of our season, we can kind of get the same flow we had in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, because you got off to the 4-0 start, so that was nice. And I think, like you said, you're going to turn the page on that. That's just, those games have a way of making you guys tougher for the stretch run as well. I know a goal of yours too, though, is to be the all-time leading scorer. So you're just a sophomore. You already have 20 goals this season, plenty more to come. Who knows how many? And you had how many last year? 11. So you're staying at 31. I believe the goal is 80 is the mark. So talk about your drive to become the all-time leading scorer.
Yes, that's, as soon as I started as a freshman, that was kind of my goal. I just wanted to be the all-time leading scorer, and I wanted to have a bunch of assists too, because I didn't want it to be all focused on me, because we have a great team. But yes, that is a goal for me, and I had to, kind of these next 3 years, I have to catch up on myself since I was kind of left halfway through the season last year, so I'm going to have to pick up on it.
Well, barring any injury, I think you're going to have a good shot at that. All right, so now we're going to do what I like to call rapid fire. So you have not heard any of these questions, so this is going to be just the first thing that pops into your mind. It gives us a chance to get to know Bella Ramey just a little bit more than just inside the lines. So we'll start off easy. What is your pregame go-to meal?
Oh, Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Chick-fil-A sandwich. All right, your favorite TV show?
One Tree Hill.
your locker room, as a team, locker room music of choice?
Probably some pop.
Okay. The class that you wish you could skip?
History.
Ooh, okay, that's one of my favorites. Do you have a favorite goal that you've scored, like the most memorable one you've had in your career?
Yes, a header off of one of my best friend Hope's cross. They're doing the Stevens County game.
All right, so this is, hopefully you got a good one for this. The craziest thing that Coach Runkle has either told you girls or did in front of you all?
Well, recently in practice we had one of our players meg her, and then as soon as that happened, she picked up the ball, punted it, and then we all had to go sprint to it and bring it back to her.
All right, well, thank you so much again, Bella, for being on here, and congrats on all your success so far. I know it's just the beginning. I can't wait to see how many goals you score. You might get that number before you know it, maybe early in your senior year or maybe earlier than that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.